you don't like this record, then you never really liked us.
How is it like to jump on a riding train that's riding for almost 10
Sinking
years?
boat.
It's very, very different to my usual touring experience, and you know, it's everything I've ever done before. Basically, like, you know, my own bands and stuff has reached and achieved a certain level, you know, which is that level where you're kind of hanging on and you're trying to break through, you know. But there's a lot of bands out there, a lot of competition, but. You know, when my last band met its demise, and you know, I was able to try it for these guys and eventually join the band. It's a completely different experience. You know, it's going on stage and playing to people who, you know, I've played to the same amount of people before, but in a support role. You know, and you basically just borrowing half an hour of their time and trying to convince them that your record's good and they should buy it, you know? Whereas going on stage and being the band and the reason that all those people are there, it's very different, you know? It's very, it's a big buzz for me, you know? And so with the guys as well, we're all very like-minded. You know, you have those questions in your head, will I fit in, or how will it be, or, you know, different personalities, will I get on with everybody? And you know, I don't get on with anyone.
Jimmy, is he doing a good job, or does he fit in? Or?
Yeah, he's. You know, we're all working class kids. We all brought up in, I'll say, like, you know, not in particular luxury or anything like that. You know, so we got, our parents are very similar as well, and they instilled in us some really solid values, and that's the one thing that's different with, like, Luke and our previous drummer. You know, he came from a fairly wealthy family and he was American, and they lived in the, you know, he grew up with a piano and a swimming pool, and it was just something different. You know, we didn't have the same sort of ethical quality, you know, value and stuff like that. So I think, you know, Luke just fitted in so easy. It's like we all, it's the small town mentality, you know what I mean? And that charge, that desire to kind of put your head above the masses and get heard, you know?
It's very hard for me as well, because like there was a particular sense of humour with my old band, and we'd all played together for years, and you know, that it seems to have just transplanted over here. Yeah. So like, and these guys, you know, when some of my old band play in other bands now, we'll be on the same festivals, and you know, all those guys and these guys get on, and the same sense of humour, and it's really good, because it's like the coming together of a few groups, you know what I mean? So it's really nice.
It's like there's a lot of families involved in there, because, like, you know, it is a weird situation to be out with a bunch of dudes all your life. You know what I mean? You usually grow out of that at school, don't you? You know, you find a woman and you settle down and all that, but I've spent most of the last 10 years of my life out on a bus with 16 other guys. And then outside of that, you get the other bands, you know, like the Blackout with us. And they're from, like, the town up from us, you know what I mean? And so there's like 25 of these nutcases around with no jobs, really, just having fun and playing. And it is awesome. It keeps you young, I think. Okay. I'd like to think. You know, that's actually my natural colour. And I'm in my mid-40s. It's not true. It's good. I mean, like, yeah, no, he doesn't fit in at all.
Last question.
It helps that he can play drums. Fair dues.
That's
the only reason he wouldn't be here otherwise.
Last question. Working on some new songs already, or
in our heads.
In our heads.
But we are going to be going. We're going to go and write in a couple of weeks. Yeah, we want to, like. I don't know, you know, this album is, I think, is definitely the best album we've done to date, you know what I mean? The songs are epic, but we really need to move on and kind of, you know, shut that first 10 years off, you know what I mean? Like I was saying, it was difficult, you know, it was difficult with an independent label. It was always trying to get blood from a stone, you know what I mean? And it's been kind of hard. So it's exciting. We just want to go, right, let's go with this and let's do it big. No, let's go large. Go large or go home.
It's the half $500,000 lost with the we can say failed record.
Well, it wasn't lost.
Are you already earning that back? Or?
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't our money to start with, but no, it wasn't lost because, like I say, you know, like you can't take it with you for starters. And had we not done those things and made those, we can call them mistakes. You know what I mean? Had we not done that, we wouldn't have arrived here. So it wasn't lost, it was just an expensive, long journey. Okay. You know what I mean? And like, if you're gonna go around the world and see things and take a bit of time doing it and spend the money, you know, you'll have a good time. And we're here now skint. What are we gonna do about that? Yeah, no, it's great. It's all good, man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers.